The Leasehold and Freehold Reform Act 2024 has arrived. But what does it mean for you, and how will it change the way leaseholders live across the UK? Though this reform was promised back in 2021, it took until June 2024 to become law just before the general election. Many believe the timing was influenced by property investors and large landlords who feared more drastic changes under a potential Labour government. But what changes has this act actually introduced? Let's break it down. First up, lease extensions. Under the new act, leaseholders can extend their leases by 990 years, a significant increase from the previous 90-year standard. And good news for home buyers, houses can no longer be sold as leasehold tenure. This change helps protect future homeowners from unfair ground rent practices. One major win for flat owners: the removal of the marriage value from lease extension calculations. This should reduce costs, but keep in mind, the final calculation method is still being decided through secondary legislation, which we may not see until late 2025. So, if you're waiting to extend your lease, you'll need to be patient as these changes will take time to roll out. The Act also introduces protections that allow leaseholders to challenge unfair estate management charges. Expect clearer, more detailed service charge demands, along with published administration charges. This will help leaseholders understand exactly where their money is going. Another big change: landlords and managing agents can no longer earn commissions on insurance. This should bring down costs for leaseholders. And finally, new rules about ground rent enforcement. The Act offers better protection from harsh actions like possession if ground rent arrears build up. These reforms have the potential to positively impact up to 5 million flat owners across the UK, but full implementation is still on the horizon. Secondary legislation, which will finalise the details, is expected by 2025 or 2026. Until then, leaseholders will need to be patient. So if you're waiting to extend your lease or reduce costs, keep an eye on upcoming developments as the new rules take shape. But remember, the Act already provides key protections: reduced costs from no marriage value, more transparency in service charges, and safeguards against unreasonable fees. Plus, with new protections on ground rent arrears, harsh actions like repossession will be more difficult for landlords to enforce. The Leasehold and Freehold Reform Act 2024 marks a new chapter for leaseholders. And it's just the beginning. Read the full blog at sebrightproperty.co.uk.